He's got looks, he's got brains, and he just so happens to be dating the former President Barack Obama's daughter. What else is there to know about the charming Rory Farqueharson? Jaws dropped in 2017 when it was rumored that Barack Obama's oldest daughter, Malia, had a new boyfriend. No pressure. Though the two have never publicly announced that they were dating, a picture is worth 1,000 words. Love is clearly in the air with these two, and it doesn't seem to be slowing down. But what was it about Rory that attracted Malia to him in the first place? And what exactly does it take to call a former president's daughter your girlfriend?
People are here because people really believe and love and hope.
He's British. That's right, while Rory may be in a relationship with Malia here in America, his original roots go way over to the UK. And while it's still unknown where his specific birthplace was in the UK, it is known that he was born in March of 1998 and that he's from London, England. His elegant style and accent, all the more reason that very few people would be able to resist falling for someone like Rory. They met at Harvard. While it's always possible that they may have met before the internet broke over the sighting of them together, they most likely met at Harvard University, where they both attend classes. The first sighting of the couple that sparked rumors of their relationship was footage taken from a Harvard-Yale football game back in November of 2017. In the footage, you can clearly see the two of them sharing an intimate kiss. He comes from a wealthy family. Both of his parents have definitely done their part in setting their family up for a life of luxury. His mother, Catherine Farqueharson, is a successful accountant, and his father, Charles Bowen Farqueharson, is the CEO of Insight Investment Management Limited, a successful investment firm. The family also lives in a spacious 6-bedroom home in Woodbridge, Suffolk. How spacious and luxurious, you may ask? Their home is worth a whopping $2.2 million. Needless to say, the family is loaded. He may be studying finance or law. Rory may be walking in his parents' footsteps, but he's never publicly shared what his major was or what his areas of interests at Harvard are. But when he was on social media, it was known that he followed some accounts that were related to banking, law, and finance. And he's definitely got the brains for it, as Harvard is one of the best Ivy League schools in the United States. They've been together for over 2 years. The photo of the two of them kissing at the football game was from over 2 years ago, way back in November of 2017. But who's to say whether or not Malia and Rory had been dating before that, as the couple has never officially come out and announced that they were publicly in a relationship. Honestly, these two have been dating longer than some people have been married, and after all that time, they still seem to be going strong and enjoying their time together. He didn't think he was attractive to other girls. As surprising as it may be, especially when we see Rory now, he didn't think he was very attractive to his female classmates when he was in high school. Shocking, we know. For a lot of us, while high school can be fun and exciting at times, it's also where a ton of us may have felt insecure or unattractive, and Rory was no different. And it apparently worked out in his favor, as he's currently dating Malia Obama, no big deal. He was head boy at his high school. Before he enrolled at Harvard, Rory was a student at Rugby school. Rugby is a private independent boarding school in England, and the annual tuition alone is equivalent to $47,000 a year. And he wasn't just a student, he was head boy, a prestigious position where a student acts as a form of representation for the school. It's pretty similar to the class presidents that we have in the States, except, at a school that annually cost more than a lot of our annual college tuitions. He has no social media anymore. Rory used to be active on social media, but eventually deleted all of his accounts on all of his platforms, probably for good reason. As the significant other to someone like Malia Obama, it's probably important to have some level of separation from the rest of the world instead of being on social media, where everything is public and broadcasted for everyone to see. While people may enjoy the cute photos that do exist of them, respecting Malia's privacy is more important and actually fairly admirable. They've met each other's families. Well, at least we know for sure that Malia has met Rory's family, but after 2 years of dating, it's also probably assumed that Rory has met the Obamas as well. Last Christmas, Malia spent the holidays with her boyfriend's family and was spotted spending time in the Islington district in London. He was well liked in school. Contrary to what Rory may have originally thought about himself, he was actually pretty well liked in his younger days. According to The Tab, he was really popular and basically everyone fancied him. Other students said, overall he was a pretty good guy. Everyone liked him, he was nice with everyone. Even other girls from his class said, I always saw potential in him, I used to be obsessed with him at school. He was very active in school. Another reason why he may have been so well liked while he was at rugby school was because everyone knew him, and he was active in quite a few activities while he was there. Not only was he head boy, which is not an easy title to achieve, he was also known to be pretty sporty. Standing at a tall 6'1", he was involved in both golf and rugby. He was also one of the founders of the school's chemistry club that was rightfully named the Blue Bunsen Society. He's pretty down to earth. For someone who comes from so much wealth and who happens to be dating one of the most famous daughters in America, he's refreshingly down to earth. In a letter he wrote to his 16-year-old self in his school's magazine, he described himself as a lanky, overconfident public school boy desperately trying to prove to your friends how much of a lad you are and have failed miserably. He has links to the royal family. Well, who doesn't? But seriously, Rory's second cousin, Andrew Farqueharson, was one of the trusted aides to the Queen. He was also assistant master of the household at Buckingham Palace and was responsible for a budget of thousands of pounds for food and drink for various events held at Balmoral. Eventually, Prince Charles hired him as a deputy master of the household at Clarence House. According to Hello magazine, Andrew spent 10 years working in service to the royal family. Rory is academically further along in school than Malia. It may be a little confusing because both Malia and Rory are the same age. They were both born in 1998, but Rory is technically a year ahead of Malia at Harvard. Apparently, Malia took a gap year, which is honestly only to be expected. Malia spent a lot of her life living in the White House, and being the daughter of Barack Obama with the Secret Service around all the time and being constantly supervised would probably be a lot to handle. After taking the time that she needed, she met Rory and, well, the rest was history. He's big on humanitarianism. While his specific political opinions may be unknown, we do know that he's a fan of humanitarianism, something the Obamas would most likely find admirable. In fact, he interned at the Center for Democracy and Peace Building. They're a couple that knows how to dress. Though neither Malia or Rory have any public social media accounts, there are still tons of photos of the couple. And in nearly all of them, they have one thing in common: their fashion sense. In photos of the two enjoying time together, they look like they're ready to take the stage at New York Fashion Week. This probably isn't a surprise from either of them, seeing as how both of them have backgrounds where dressing up for big events was common. You know, the whole being head boy and having a dad who was the former president of the United States thing. They like shopping in NYC. And speaking of their stellar fashion sense, the couple was spotted shopping in New York City in 2018 and looked amazing. With all of the stress of school life at Harvard and just being who they are, it's no surprise that an NYC shopping trip was very much needed. The life of a former first daughter apparently doesn't stop being hectic just because the president's term has ended. What probably wasn't so much needed was paparazzi constantly shooting photos of them, but we'd be lying if we said that the couple didn't look stunning. He was featured in the same video as Prince Harry. According to Insider, Rory appeared in a video for the 2015 Rugby World Cup opening ceremony, and who better to be featured in a video with for such an event than Prince Harry himself? The opening video portrays an intense rugby game and includes a heartwarming pep talk about courage and teamwork, and somehow Prince Harry is portrayed as a gardener. While he isn't shown in the video speaking directly to Prince Harry, one could only imagine how cool it must have been filming that day. Barack Obama is confident in who his daughters choose to date. One would reasonably think that meeting Barack Obama for the first time would make you nervous, and probably 10 times more nervous if you were introducing yourself as the boyfriend to his daughter. But apparently, Barack has claimed to be more laid back about his daughters deciding to date. He hasn't commented on the relationship between Malia and Rory, but when asked about how he felt about his daughters growing up and dating, he commented, "Oh, that happened. You know, the truth is I'm pretty relaxed about it. If he and Michelle are any example, we'd say they're in good hands." He takes his mental health seriously. In the letter he wrote to his 16-year-old self in the Rugby school magazine, he wrote on a more serious note that he had been struggling with pain and depression while in school and was open about how stressful all of it was and the toll it was taking on his mind and body. He then gave himself some great advice, telling his past self to take advantage of change, to be true to who he is, to take responsibility for his own future, and to look out for his friends and family. Malia and Rory may be a young couple who still has a lot to figure out, but their relationship seems to just be getting stronger, and we love seeing how happy they look together. What are your thoughts on Malia and Rory's relationship? Let us know, and be sure to like this video and subscribe to The Taco for more videos like this one. Bye for now.